Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Made in Abyss Season 2 episode number 2 reaction. Okay, the previous episode we began episode season 2 with a little um change. I have to say it started with a different set of characters which it took a while for me to understand that these are actually characters who are not in the who are not in the present time, but they're actually characters in the past. Like this is happening when the abyss was discovered, and like these people are actually Reg, Rico, their ancestors, if you think of it like that. And they are the first ones who were able to find the abyss, and we met few new characters. They are the girl was, I think her name was Vueko, who was like abused by the few people who found her, but she was able to her crew was able to find a compass which was told to lead them to the abyss. And later on, I'm guessing she met the people that she is now with currently. Wazukian, what was the boy's name? Bilaf, I think, or was it Bizaf? Something like that. I don't remember his name properly. These characters that she met, and she is accompanying them now to the abyss. And we get to see, like, after going to the abyss, they found out there were natives over there, and a few other things. They realized the curse of the abyss, what it was, and they, little by little, went deeper and deeper, unless and until they reached the final the sixth layer. And that's where, we kind of transition back to Rico and Reg, where we get to see Rico, Reg, and Nanachi, them, going into the sixth layer. And there's like a golden city over there, and I'm guessing we're going to see more of that from this episode. And one thing I kind of told, I was curious about in the previous episode, I mentioned that I remember them actually needing a white whistle to go further down to the sixth layer. So I was wondering, how did those characters get a white whistle? Because unless and until they have a white whistle, they cannot go down. And they were the ones who found the abyss. So the whole concept of the white whistle was not there at that moment. So I'm wondering how they were able to go there. And I'm sure, we are going to see more of it, and maybe we'll get like an explanation in the future how they were able to go further down. But anyways, let us begin this episode. This is episode number 2. So yeah, I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's get started. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. This place is beautiful. Let's look at this place. Yeah, otherworldly. Golden City. Wow, look at this. City of Gold, yeah. Hmm. Oh my. Great, this is how episode 2 starts. There's a building underneath? Ah, yeah, yeah. The landscape is mixed with the building. Hmm. Wow, this is so amazing. Look at this. Oh, whenever I see these type of sceneries, I feel like, yeah, I need a game for this. Oh, the opening. Here we go. We kind of listened to it in the previous episode, but no visuals. All right. Oh, I love this beat and this tune. Oh, the transition. So we're going to continue the adventure in both the fronts. Like we're going to see it parallelly. That's very interesting. Oh, this part is really good. Wow, look at that! Oh my god, these things. Oh, this season will be good. Oh. Okay. Wow. Ah. Oh, it's people. Oh no, not people. Maybe monsters or something. Wow, this place is so beautiful. Oh, I cannot. Just about food? Okay. Yeah, okay, makes sense. Hmm. Okay. Like, I think something's bothering him. He was looking behind them. Oh, yeah. I hope it's a good one. Unlike Bondred and Ozen was good, but Bondred, oh boy. Okay. Whoa! Oh my god, look at that. Oh. Ah. Really in three dimensions without regard to the curse. Yeah. What? Oh, okay. Can you pet them? Alright, Greg. Oh my, yo! Are they? Oh yeah, they look like armored. Yeah. What was that? I think you should move. Something's happening behind you. They grabbed the eggs. Oh my god, what's happening here? Yo, move! Move inside the cave. Inside the cave? Okay. Is that a volcanic eruption? Oh, the gas. Oh boy. Yo, is he fine? What's that screeching noise? Oh my god, what is happening? Ah, those are the geothermal vents. Yeah. I feel like they're gonna hatch anytime. Okay. Better safe than sorry, so boil them. Scent of rich meat. Ah, oh my god. I don't think I could eat that. They look disgusting. Ugh, oh my god. I... What? Oh, is she going to make like a fried? Okay, that's good. They're doing a cooking show here. They're still moving, somewhat fierce. They deep fried it. Oh. Yo, I love this whole. The Golden Coming also does this, where they bring in like food sections where they just make food and like eat food. It's so funny because the whole show in itself is so crazy, similar to Made in Abyss. She loves it. Yo. Oh, maybe mom Liza fed her or something. Ah, okay. Hmm. Hmm. Oh. Hmm. That's the way to say that. True. Hmm. Yeah, like they can say that we have reached sixth layer. Hmm. They'll be surprised. Team Rico. Yeah, she sniffs everyone, so wow, she draws well. I really hope that's the case. Also, yeah, yeah. But the first one went and arrived. Yeah. This one's a more difficult one. It's even deeper. No, interesting. One's mindset manifests itself. Ah, true. Okay. Hmm. Oh no. Yeah. Okay. You know what? Never mind. Well. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go. Sulk in bed. Wait, what the? It kind of looks like Mitty, a little bit. Wow, they made like a little. trap filled. Is that Nazi's tail? Oh, oh, it's the sketch that she made. What the hell is this? Someone brought it back. Oh no, that what was the name? Me. Oh, Prushka. She's talking about. I thought she was talking about that thing. I forgot the name of the thing. Yeah, and brought it back here. Damn. Yeah, what's the marking that person iron? Scent of fat. Okay. Huh. Mania, that's the name of the little thing. I've remembered. Yeah, Reg is strong. It's like. All right, here we go. Dolly. Oh, Mania's reacting. What are these birds? Are those worms? What the hell? Oh my god, who did this? Oh my god. What? Who? What the? Who does that? Like, oh my god. They took the. Wow. And that person knew that they would follow and come here. So that's why sewed it shut and put it in the. I think it's probably they're probably keeping an eye on them or something. I think it's that thing, isn't it? That thing that we saw before. Okay. Those are footprints? Quite big. Yeah. No, probably not. It's a huge thing. Hmm. Oh no, I feel like something's. Yeah. Oh, whoa. Looks like it. Carcass. Oh. Oh, the symbol. Yeah. Is he groping her again? Oh my god. Reg? Okay. Hmm. Oh, was this like a repellent or something? Yeah. Oh, okay. They talked about it. The smoke. Okay. All right. Yeah. The voice sounded familiar a little bit, like from the people we saw before, in the past. Oh. Oh, it's interrupted. Okay, stop. Oh, Mania's like, you know what? Let's go. Mania's fine. Oh, damn. Some kind of going down a little bit. Oh, these noises. Yeah, well, okay. The natives of this place, I'm guessing. What the hell? This is a robot or something. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh, there you go. Speaking Majikaja. What? One who is good at it. Oh, okay. Oh god, here we go. Humans can't return from this area. Oh, wait, are these former humans or something? Like, okay, you know what? Yeah, they are probably former humans. They can speak Japanese, so. Okay, this is the ending. Okay, this is good. Yep, myth and rod. I was thinking if this is myth and rod or not. Okay, there you go. Wow, okay. That's the end? Or is there something else? That's the end. Okay, so this was episode number 2. All right, so we are here in the sixth layer. In this episode, all we got to see is about Reg and Rico, their group. We didn't get to see much, almost nothing about the other group. That's the past group. I'm guessing we'll get to see more of them in the next episode. But we get to see what Reg and his group does after they reach the sixth layer. And wow, like, I like looking at this place always, like, gives me like a weird feeling, like, this scenery and everything, all these, like, broken down buildings which are kind of fused with the terrain, and it gives me like a weird feeling, as if, like, I need to go and explore there, like this, like, this happens so much, especially in video games. And like, this type of a what can I say, like a setting, it's such an interesting, like, like design. This is like a near automata feeling, like the scenery, the broken down post-apocalyptic kind of, like, scenery, where there's like lush greenery, but at the same time there's like broken down remains of like buildings, and here we kind of saw like buildings fused with the landscape. And there's like weird structures that's just, like, kind of just here and there, like these weird protrusions, and like, like an upside down weird thing just there in the like, in the distance. And another thing, like these, like, these, looking at them, like, I'm like, oh my god, this is so good. And I do know that a game is coming out of Made in Abyss. I'm definitely going to play that. And yeah, because like I feel like this has so much potential as a video game. It has so much potential. Like, there's like a one portion in this episode where Rico finds like a mineral rock or something. At that moment, I was thinking, like, okay, this will probably be a farmable material in the game, where you need to, like, mine this material to probably do some kind of an upgrade on your weapons or something. Like these type of things I'm thinking about, and all these, like, like broken down like structures and everything. I'm like, oh, there might be like a treasure box over there, or something like that. Like, somewhat, like, this game has so much, this anime has so much potential as a video game, like huge potential. Like, it's so amazing. This place looks beautiful, like, and it has like a great open world aspect to it, like, going down the layers one after the other, and like kind of exploring, finding things out, fighting, monsters, and these type of things. And yeah, I'm so glad that a video game is actually being made for this. And yeah, anyways, enough about that. Okay, so we begin with Rico, Reg, and Nanachi, moving in this layer, kind of going from one place to another. And them like, they're like, okay, are you, like, fine, is everything okay? Like, they look at each other if they have injuries or not, and then they start moving, and they're just amazed, just like I am, looking at the different structures and everything. And they talk about how whether the surface got swallowed up here or something. And yeah, like these buildings and these structures, they're probably like ancient remains of something. And I'm guessing these structures and remains were probably made by those characters that we are seeing, in the previous episode, the past characters that we saw. Maybe they, like, they also came here. They maybe made like these structures to, like, live in or something, and after so many years they kind of got eroded, broken down, and these are all just the remains that are, like, they're left. Like mosses are growing and they've kind of fused with the landscape after so many years, something like that. And they're back here again in the same place where their ancestors came and, like, probably stayed for a certain amount of time. And I do wonder if the characters that we saw, in the end, those robot things, if they're also, like, somehow related to the characters that we were seeing in the previous episode, the past characters that we were seeing. In the ending we saw like that weird thing, that robot thing. They were actually speaking human language. At first they were speaking the ancient language, I'm guessing, that they had, the natives had here, and then they switched to the, like, modern language. And so I'm pretty sure they're either, number one, they're either like an AI robot kind of thing left by those characters, that's why they are able to speak properly, or they are somehow people from them or their, like, successors, who have turned into these type of a creature, and they're just living here now, something like that. Anyways, I'm sure I'll get my answers as we keep watching. Okay, now, okay, we see these, like, them kind of going from, like, moving from one place to another, and Nachi's like, we need to actually stop for, like, a moment, like, kind of camp for today. And yeah, now she asked, like, like, what else is there in her mom's letter, Liza's letter. And I love how Rico's like, oh, nothing much, she's just written about recipes and all. And yeah, it's true, like, Nanachi's like, okay, so she probably wanted you guys to find it out for yourself, like, that's like the essence of an adventure. Okay, so they're moving, and they see that thing, what's it called, a dragon? Just a sec, what's the name of that thing? Just a sec. Turbinate dragon. It's so beautiful, this dragon thing. You look at it. Oh, again, like, as soon as I saw it, I'm like, oh my god, this will probably be a boss monster or something. Okay, they have poisonous scales that rupture when struck. Okay, nevertheless, males fight by aggressively slamming into each other. Oh my god, imagine, like, these huge things, like, fighting against each other, just slamming against each other. Boy, that'll be something. They're tenacious and move freely in 3 dimensions. That means they can even fly, like, you can move up as well, without regard to the curse. Curse doesn't affect them. Okay. The 6th layer, one of them is as dangerous as a swarm of amaranthine deceptors. So yeah, obviously you cannot defeat them that easily. And then we get to some Mesojack, these weird faced creatures. Like, what are they? They remind me of like weird dinosaur, like the tail portion kind of reminds me of a dinosaur, but the face is just a goofy type of a face. Oh god. Okay. They live near geothermal vents at their docile, and they're like, okay, they actually lay eggs. I felt so bad, at this moment when like, kind of launched the hand and kind of like, kind of made them run away so that they can go and grab the eggs. I'm like, oh my god, I feel so bad, because technically they are like, their children, and we are just coming into their house and raiding their home, taking their children with us to eat them. But at the same time, I'm like, yeah, this is like, this is like a survival of the fittest kind of thing going on here. So you cannot think of these type of things at that moment. You need to survive. and for that you need to do these type of things. Like this is no, like like you can't be like you have to think for yourself in this situation. And so still there was a part of me, I was like, that's so, that feels so bad. Like imagine just raiding someone's house and taking their children with you, like to eat them. My god. Yeah. But yeah, but you know what, if you think of it in that way, like everything, like the things that we eat, like chicken, eggs, and everything, like they're also the same thing. So yeah, like who am I to say we talk here? Like that'll be hypocritical of me, wouldn't it? Because I am also doing the same thing. Anyways, okay, now it's so weird, like these eggs are like have like a very hard shell, and they were actually moving. That means that the eggs are going to hatch. And they took the eggs, and while they were coming out, like an eruption happens. I'm like, what's happening? This is like a volcano or something. And then later on they kind of say that's like the geothermal vents actually, and I'm like, okay, that makes sense so much. Those were actually the vents. And boy, like it's like these like things were just coming down, raining on them, and they had to just run for their lives and get out of that place. So okay, they go back to like make a little camp and go back there and starts boiling the eggs, and kind of jars it open. It's like weird sloshy liquid within it, and it's still moving the little lumps of meat. Oh my god. Ah. It's like moving, and I don't know why, but the food that they eat in this show are just so weird and disgusting looking. And like when they actually explain the recipe, I'm like, why? But it tastes good apparently, so yeah, I guess. And like this is what I was saying, I love whenever shows does this. Like this show, like you've seen what happens in this show, like the brutal stuff that happens. And then like there's like a sudden section when they're just cooking food and like giving us the recipe of that food as if we're going to eat that food later on. And then they are like eating it, and they're just giving their like opinions and reviewing the food. And I'm like, wow. Just like this formula is also done by Golden Kamuy, which I was just talking about. They do the same thing, and the whole show is just like fighting, and it's crazy, like just fighting, like going from one place to another, trying to find treasure. And like mind battles, mind games, all those things are happening. And then like there's a sudden episode where they're just like sitting down cooking food, like giving out the recipe of the food, eating them, reviewing them, and they're like, oh, this is amazing. And like for like a good chunk of time, like 10 minutes, they do that, like in one of the episodes. And I'm like, wow. This is so this is so great. And similar to that, Made in Abyss is also kind of like that. I can see that even in the movie there was like a certain section then when they just gave us the recipe and how they cook the food and everything. It's so good. Oh boy. But anyways, yeah, like the chunk of the little chunk of meats are there. And at first obviously Reg is the poison taster. He just grabs it, eats it, and he's like, oh my god, it's moving in my mouth. And then he comes up with an idea of deep frying them. And like Rico uses those ration bars, I'm guessing those things that they use, and kind of grounds it down to powder, puts them on the like meat thing, deep fries them and eats them. But it's like tastes delicious, but at the same time it's still moving inside, and I don't know what to feel about that. Like imagine if your food starts moving inside your mouth. I'll probably throw up. Oh boy. But yeah, like they cannot do anything, they need to eat these to gain their strength. Nanachi was not at all like happy about this, but when after she ate it, she was like, oh my god, this is so beautiful, just started eating more and more. Oh god. And here they kind of talk about Rico's friends from the surface, Nat, QE, leader, and the other characters that she was talking about. And she tells Nanachi about them. And here Nanachi was like, you know what, you can also write another letter and give it to them if you want to. And Rico's like, yeah, good idea. And Nachi draws like, like their pictures, their little sketches. She draws quite nice. She sketches quite nice. And here this is one part that bothered me a little bit here, when Rico was like, wait, you're actually drawing yourself? And Nanachi is like, ah, it's okay, like they won't come this down, like it's fine. And I'm like, okay, like I really hope that's the case, because who knows? Like obviously, leader and their group, they won't do anything. But if someone from the surface, like some kind of a bad person there, or very type like a very strict person or something, if they suddenly see something like this and they're like, you know what? No, we need to go there and bring this thing back with us or something. Like I'm like, oh god, I feel like that it doesn't happen something like this. The way Nachi just nonchalantly just completely dismisses the fact that something like that could have happened actually made me a little bit concerned about the situation, because that's what anime does, like one of the characters, they're like, nah, it won't happen, and after 5 minutes that's the thing that happens. And that's why I was a little bit concerned. So you know what? For a moment, when they used the hot air balloon to when it went out, like when for a moment when like the thing came and crushed the balloon, I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm a little bit relieved that it actually did not go out, because I was kind of concerned about Nanachi, because she just completely was like, oh, nothing's going to happen. I was really concerned about that. So thankfully, at least like at that moment, I was like, you know what? Thank God that the thing did not go away, because someone would have definitely found Nanachi like that, and it would have been a complete, I don't know, like it could have become a, probably it would have become a big deal on the surface, and something would have happened. I feel like I had the weird feeling in me. But it is still sad, obviously. Rico was unsuccessful in launching that. And I love the fact that here, when she was like, you know what, like they throw, like they use the balloon and the balloon starts going, and Nanachi like gives like a very like heart touching speech about how, like in the abyss, what you feel and what you think about, that kind of is like your ideals kind of becomes reality. So if you think and pray, and if you are confident enough that your like the letter is going to reach on the top, that's going to become real. And like it's going to do that, and the thing is going to reach the goal if you think hardly enough, because that's what the abyss is about. All your wishes and everything kind of becomes real, or that type of a thing, she says, I think. And there you go. If your fears can take shape and manifest in your body, then couldn't your wishes also take shape and become reality? This thing, And I'm like, wow, this is so cool, Like if you wish hard enough, and if you think about it like that, your wish will come true. And as soon as I'm thinking that they're giving this wonderful speech, a huge monster comes and just it just swallows the thing and moves away. And I'm like, oh, okay, I don't think that was supposed to happen. They were they were really wishing that that thing went out to the surface, but this is what happened. Like, oh god, that was also kind of funny a little bit. This part was really like Nanachi is just like wide mouth, just looking. She was like, "What the hell?" I was giving this, like this such a great like little speech, and yeah, this is what happens, and oh my god. Anyways, it's sad, but at the same time, like I said, I was a little bit relieved, because Nanachi's identity is still a secret, because I don't know, like this show gives me anxiety, like anything can happen, I feel like. So yeah. So anyways, while this was happening, there's like someone keeping an eye on them. Kind of looked like Mitty a little bit, I feel like, only that this thing was like I had like a red thing on the head. Like, you know what, let me go and check that part. This thing, yeah, it's like a black thing with red eyes, eye kind of things, the similar kind of pattern that Mitty had. So I don't know who that was, but either way, someone was keeping an eye on them, and they also kind of saw what happened during that time when they were trying to use the hot air balloon to go up. Okay, then we can see them resting, and the morning they are awake. Nanachi wakes up, and Nanachi sees the sketch in front of them, and she's like, what the hell, wasn't this eaten by that thing? And there's like a weird symbol on it, and Rico and Reg also wakes up, and they come to the conclusion that yeah, someone actually obviously like went and got that thing from that monster, brought it back here, kept it here after disarming Reg's traps, and went away. And while all of this was happening, obviously Rico is freaking out. Prushka's gone. For a moment, I thought Mania was gone, you know. But then when she was like, "Prushka's gone," I'm like, "Oh, okay, this is Prushka, not Mania." And I wonder why that certain individual took Prushka with them. You know, like Prushka is just a whistle, white whistle. So I'm pretty sure whoever took that whistle knows the significance of the white whistle. Otherwise, why would they take the whistle with them? You know, they could have taken Mania or maybe something else, but they specifically targeted the white whistle. So I'm pretty sure that person knows what a white whistle is. Either way, like yeah, like everyone's freaking out, and Nanachi kind of goes and kind of tests the powder thing that they use to draw the symbol. It has like iron in it and everything, and Rico gets like a good whiff of that, you know, kind of smells it, and he's like, all right, you know what, I can track it down. I love how Nanachi was like, oh yeah, that's why that's why Rico, you know, like gave you like a dog's name, because he acts like a dog, you know, like sniffing around finding out the trail. Oh boy. Okay, now we're going from one place to another, and we're going along the track or the trail, and we come across two birds. I think these are like weird birds. They've been stitched together, and after like, you know, kind of opening the stitches, there's like weird hair within them. And oh god, wait just a sec, I realized it now. Rick sniffed it, and he realized that was Rico and Nanachi. This guy, oh my god, this kid. He, he sniffed the hair, and he's like, oh, this is actually your and Nanachi's. Oh my god. Okay, so that's Rico's hair and Nanachi's hair from her fur. So that certain individual went, grabbed the thing, took it back here, disarmed Reg's like, you know, traps, drew the symbol on the thing, kept it there, snapped a few hair from Rico and Nanachi, and took it with them. Oh, and also took Prushka with them. Crazy. How did all of that happen and none of them woke up? I'm wondering. like like what? Like, you know what, I can kind of understand taking the hair, like, and we maybe snipped a little bit. I do kind of like, you know, think that taking Rico's hair was probably a bit easier, because Rico's hair is long. You could just sniff the, like, you know, like, and snip the tip a little bit and take the hair with you. What about Nanachi? It took her body hair, so they had to, like, you know, kind of go and take a little bit snip of the fur. So why did Nanachi not wake up? Like, that's crazy. And like, none of them woke up while everything happened. Oh boy. Now, okay, so they again start on their journey. And just a sec. All right, they come to like a very, like, you know, open place, and they see like huge footprints, and it's going in the same direction that the trail is leading them. And I'm like, oh my god, these huge footprints, there's something over there, obviously some huge monsters. And they follow the trail, and they have like a come to like a place where there's like a hole in the wall or something, and there's like a huge pillar kind of thing, and it's like there's like a little path that's kind of leading inside, and on the hole, you know, on the side, there's like a little like, you know, cloth, or a little like, you know, yeah, dress material in which the symbol is given. And they're like, okay, what is this place? Is this a building? But Rex says it looks like the carcass of some creature. So this is like actually part of a creature that probably has died, and like the body probably solidified or something. That's crazy. Maybe that's like the bone of the creature, like maybe the creature is huge, and the building thing that we are seeing is maybe that's like the hollow bone of the creature. And since it fell down here and died, the bone of the creature is like hollow inside, so people or these weird monster things are actually living inside the hole, like on the bone. Wow, that's crazy if you think about it. Okay, they see the symbol. This part, I don't know if you guys notice this, but like these little things, it's so funny. Reg is like, oh, look at that, that's the symbol, and he kind of goes and jumps on top of Nanachi, and if you can notice on top of the like screen, Reg is actually groping Nanachi's ear. You look at it properly, he's actually groping Nanachi's ear. I'm like, what? Even in this situation, he is just doing his own thing. Oh my god. And I feel like Nanachi is just too used to it. She's like, oh my god, like not again. Okay, so they start, going there, and okay, one thing that they did here, I need to kind of read this part again because I think I probably missed it. They make like a little they kind of make a little fire, and there's like smoke. Just a sec. She says we're at least gonna make a lot of smoke as we go. So, and then they make that smoke thing. Wait, so I'm guessing the reason why they kind of did that is because they want to see where the no. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. So what was the significance of the smoke that they make? The smoke is going upwards. So did they do that because they want to see where the layer is or something? Is that why they did that? Like this is one section that I don't understand. The reason why they kind of lit those things in fire and the smoke started going up, and they were carrying that thing towards them. So at first I thought that was like some kind of a repellent or something, but then I realized like probably not. It's like it probably indicates like the thickness of the layer or something like that, I'm guessing. I don't know, but either way, that smoke thing probably helped them determine something. So they kind of go towards that direction, and someone makes a weird noise. Reg like kind of hears it. Nachi also hears it, and they go deeper in, and they can see these weird remains of, I think, human body parts here and there just being hung around. Like Rico says like, is something blocking the smoke? Reg is like, could it be the force field? What do you think? But Nach is like, no, I can't see it either. It does look like the force field is also interrupted here though. So yeah. Anyways, they kind of like at first Reg was kind of freaking out, kind of going in, but Mania's just like, you know what, let me do the job, and just gets in. And they go into this cave kind of thing. They start walking again, and comes to like a weird structure with like some holes in the walls here and there, and things are living there, like weird creatures are living there, and there's like so many of them, like some monsters or something. I don't know who these are, but at least they have like like a reasoning, or like like, or what can I say, like a will or something like that. They're not just bloodthirsty monsters. And one of the robotic kind of a weird looking I don't know, eight-legged something comes out, and they're talking in that language that we heard. I think it's the same language, I think. and the one that we saw the native speak, that language, the native language here, I'm guessing. And at first they were speaking like that, and Reg's just freaking out. Reg's like, what should I do? And then it suddenly starts talking like, the modern language, that is, Japanese. So the thing is, like, it seems you're cave raiders too. Sorry, one second. He says cave raiders too. Just a sec. Hadimai, it seems like you're cave raiders too. So okay, I'm guessing they have met a few other cave raiders as well who came here. Probably all the people who came before Reg and them. All right. Now, obviously, Rico is like, oh, like, did you take Prushka? Like, your worth, did you take it? Like, and if you have, can please give it back to me. And the thing is, like, one who is good at it is doing the stone. Come. It starts walking, and it's just not listening to them and just moving on its own direction. And obviously, they will have to follow them. Now here, like, the narration says that we didn't know that humans can't return from this area and maintain their human form. So I'm guessing it's either that these are humans. It's probably these were, like, former humans. Otherwise, how would they speak like human language if they're actually monsters? So like I said, they're either humans or they are, like, robots or AI kind of things made by humans, something like that. So I'm sure I'll get my answer in the next episode. But yeah, that's where it ends. Like, wow, it's kind of getting interesting, like we have, like, found a little civilization or something like this, like something like that here. So yeah, this will be like an interesting development. And I do wonder what, like, I'm guessing I'm going to get my answers in the next episode, where maybe we're going to see more of the past, all the past people who came here, what they saw and what they came in contact with in this part. So we'll see that probably in one of the future episodes. But for now, yeah, this is how it's going to go. And, like, what, like, when I started Made in Abyss, I had this kind of a, like, I like a, what can I say, like a vision of, like, oh, the lower layers will be even more scary, dangerous. It'll be so, like, like, so, like, scary type of a thing. Like, it'll be very dark. It'll be very, like, like very dangerous, and it'll be, like, very gloomy, that type of a thing. Sixth layer is probably the most beautiful place I've ever seen. And I know, like, appearances are deceiving in this show, and I'm pretty sure in the future episodes, like, there will, like, one episode will come where probably everyone will get brutally tortured, or some way something is going to happen that's going to completely, like, be just crazy. And I know that's going to happen surely somewhere down the line, because this is Made in Abyss. But still, the beauty of this place is really amazing. And I have to say, like, I'll be honest, I was not expecting the sixth layer to be like that at all. Especially, like, in Abyss, the first few layers up until the fifth layer, everything was kind of like that. It was, like, kind of dark. Like, the first few layers were kind of, like, very open. Like, like, enough sunlight was coming. Like, monsters were roaming around. But as soon as we went to, like, Ozen's place, and when started moving more down and down, it started kind of, like, the Ozen's place was kind of dark and everything, very gloomy. Like, everything was upside down. Then a little bit later on, we kind of got to another open place, which was again filled with sunlight and all. And then we came to Bondred's place, which obviously is another very scary type of a place. And I was kind of expecting it to go, as we go deeper, it to continue like that. But then suddenly in the sixth layer, it's like a huge city with everything so beautiful. Like, there's, like, weird floating structures here and there, like broken down remains fused with a, like, landscape. And I'm like, wow, this place is just so beautiful. I didn't even expect the sixth layer to be like this, and it's such a surprise. And yeah, this is so great. I'm loving this season. And Yeah, let's see what happens. So that's it. Thanks for watching. This is my reaction to episode number 2 of Made in Abyss season 2. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed, and comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, and I'll check them out. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys next week with another episode of Made in Abyss season 2. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.